I'm Bob.
And I'm Kaylee, and we are with Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts magazine.
And we're here today because your child just came home with a box that probably looks something like this, and you don't really know what to do with it. We're here to help. As technical editor, I get a lot of questions all the time, and I'm here today to hopefully answer your questions you have after one of these boxes came home with your child. In this box, there is a chunk of wood, some plastic wheels, and a couple nails. And when you have these, what do you do with them?
So, the first thing you want to think about when you're planning your Pinewood Derby car is to choose a design. Now, this book, Pinewood Derby Fast and Furious Speed Secrets, is our most recent Pinewood Derby book at Fox Chapel Publishing, and it is full of great stuff for beginners or pros. There are patterns in here, tips, and even the history of Pinewood Derby. So lots of great stuff in here. Check the link in the description if you want to purchase. So 3 things you want to focus on when you're choosing your car design are A, is it streamlined? B, is it pretty? And C, is there room for some weights that I can add? So I chose the Grand Prix design from Pinewood Derby Fast and Furious Speed Secrets.
The second thing you want to think about is assembling your tools. You really could make a Pinewood Derby car with just a couple of hand saws like this coping saw and just a basic hand saw and a drill like this. A cordless drill will work. I would also suggest you pick up a Dremel tool. These are pretty inexpensive, and some sanding drums. While it's possible to cut it out with a hand saw, I'm going to use a scroll saw because we are Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts, and the scroll saw is going to let me cut this out a lot faster, and I can cut a lot more accurate designs and intricate designs because the blade is so much smaller.
So the third thing you want to do is attach the pattern. What you'll need for this, other than your blank and your pattern, which you've already cut out, is some spray adhesive. And I like to also add blue painter's tape before the spray adhesive, just because it's easier after cutting to pull the pattern right off.
The next step is to actually cut out your design. You can do the handsaw, but like I said, we're going to use the scroll saw. Before you cut, make sure you have safety precautions as well. I wear glasses, so I'm not too worried about wearing safety glasses, but you could put goggles on top of them if you like, and a dust mask. Pine that most people make this out isn't really bad, but it's never good to get a bunch of dust into your lungs. So I have an inexpensive disposable one, and you'll probably see Kaylee wearing a much nicer one later. With this, I cut the top view first. But you want to make sure you save your pieces because we're going to tape them back in place.
Dang.
Now that we've cut it, the next step is to sand it and make everything smooth before we finish it. But one thing to start thinking about now as well is where you're going to place the weights. It's important to place them properly and to look at getting your weights. We're going to use tungsten weights for ours because they're dense and you can position the weight exactly where you want it. And I'm going to use this cool skull canopy and some discs, and Kaylee's going to use a couple of
cubes and cylinders.
And we'll post some links to order these in the description.
Thanks for watching.